Uh, B-Wise, I've been a fan of yours since your 64 bars, your Red Bull 64 bars about 2 years ago. Um, and you've come a long way, and I think so has the whole Australian music scene. It's changed a lot over the last 2 years. I feel like very dramatically. How do you feel about the Australian music scene today?
Super optimistic about the scene. I think it's really in a great place right now. Particularly, from like from a rap music point of view, we've really come a long way. We definitely still have a long way to go, but I'm really impressed with just the amount or the quality and the quantity and the quality that's just kind of been coming out from the Australian music scene in general and the rap scene per se. And I'm just happy to be a part of that and be able to still contribute to that.
And there seems to be a lot of unification across the board when it comes to the Australian music scene. I mean, you yourself have done a lot of work with Money Crooks in the past.
Yeah.
Very recently, congratulations on 1 million views, was it, on your 1-4 record, Won't Stop?
Oh, yeah, I think it was like, streams, yeah, so it was like something like 1.5 million streams on the song, or in more than that probably now at the moment. Which was great, and in a short period of time, and I was super proud of that project and where we did with that as well, and the collaborative thing of what you just mentioned as well. Personally, I can speak for myself in this regard, is like I've definitely been someone that I've like, not on top of being fans of certain people in the scene, I have always tried to show that collaborative effort, you know what I mean, and tying the different worlds together, you know what I mean. And the scene in Australia, in the rap scene, it is still, there is pockets and there's different groups who function in different ways, but I'm just happy that I'm able to be that a person, or people look at me as a person that I'm able to reach out to someone and say, yo, I want to work with you on this, and then I got an idea to bring this person in and that kind of thing. And so I think as well, like, it's better in numbers, you know what I mean. Like, we got to think more of it now, not just you as individual, but as a scene and as a culture and a collective culture, and the AU and Z scene together. Like, it's really something we have to continue to grow and work together for the rest of the world, you know what I mean, to see really what this region is about and what we're doing.
Yeah, and you've been I'd say you've done a great job of bridging that gap. Obviously, the 1-4 record, Won't Stop with You. Smokey Got Beats was on production on that, and then you went on to deliver an amazing feature on SWIDT's latest little project. How was it like working with SWIDT, or just a team that's overseas in general?
Real easier than I thought, in a sense of like just how we were able to get just the workflow in. And, we did that song, or I jumped on that song with SWIDT during COVID. Like, I think it was like peak. So, they sent me the song, and I think I sent it back in like 48 hours or a couple of days or something. And, it was real good working with them. And I feel we have a bit more of an understanding and where we're at in our careers. I've worked with some artists in the UK as well, and you know what I mean. And that's been good as well. But it's like, because of the distance, it can be, it can take time, and it can be a little bit, draining as to how the overall product looks, because there's such distance, and then you throw in a pandemic and there's just whatever. But working with the SWIDT boys again is just like, that was dope, and they really even helped me bring my A game, you know what I mean. When they sent me the verses, I was just like, all right, just hold up, give me like a day or two, let me come back, man, because I really am a fan of what they're doing. And I think there's some real saucy dudes, and I was just happy to be a part of it.
I think you nailed that feature, because I think that's something that's always bothered me in the past. I don't think we've had so much of an issue here in Aotearoa or in Australia, but like, you remember back in the day when like Wiz Khalifa would jump on a record or something like that, and he'd just be rapping about weed, and it would have nothing to do with the song itself, and you're kind of like, you weren't in the studio, you didn't listen to the project. So I think you nailed that feature there, man. I think you've done a great job with most of your features over the career that you've had. Being so long in the industry and here today, man, it's quite a feat. This record of yours with Money Crooks, not the first time you guys have worked together, but Summer Freaks, talk to me. Tell me a bit about this record, bro.
Yeah, man, Summer Freaks was just it's just a feel, it's a vibe, it's and that's generally what we tend to do when we get together. Is we kind of we don't approach songs with a what's the word I would say, with like your usual format. We kind of like just try to break the rules and push barriers in a sense of like, you know, if it comes down to arrangement, if it comes down to, you know, melody, if it comes down to the beat itself. So when we did this song together, it was just like there was already kind of a working idea or concept there, and then, you know, I just went in sort of did my thing, and that's from the producer. So that was Uno Stereo and I Am Solo. Who I Am Solo was also on the a part of the co-production on Won't Stop as well. So it was a good relative team, and the work and the energy was right. So Summer Freaks is just really about capturing that feel that you get from, you know, from those warm sprays and all that kind of thing. But it's just a mood and it's just a vibe and something that we just kind of will put out in a time where, you know, people's, you know, moods and vibes are a bit sort of suppressed and sort of down with everything that's going on. And so we just kind of, I want to take your mind out from thinking about the everyday things and just kind of give you something to just make you feel, not overthink. You get me? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does a great job of that. You know, it definitely, every now and then you hear a song and you just think that is a summer record. You know, you just
Yeah.
imagine yourself in the car driving around, sun is shining, the music's playing, and I think Summer Freaks does a great job of that, bro. I think you nailed that sort of aesthetic, that sort of vibe that you were going for. The music videos. Well, is it a lyric video or a music video
It's a
that's up
lyric
on there?
video. Yeah, it's like a lyric video with a little bit more like, with a little bit more, you know, a little extra to it. So we even put a little effort into the lyric video in mine per se. So you got some different like footage and just some cool shots, and yeah, that was just the vibe. You know, we just want to keep the content rolling out and just keep the music rolling, and yeah, and building.
And speaking of music, you yourself currently right now, I don't know if we can talk about it, but it looks like you're in a studio. Have you been recording? Can
Yeah.
we be expecting a full-length project, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm working on my sophomore album at the moment. My first album was like the end of 2018. It's called Area Famous, and in the interim, I've just been putting out, you know, singles and things like that, and building the business in the background. But I started this record last year during 2020. So now I think it's just the right time to put out another full body, you know, and say a few things. And this project I'm extremely excited about because me as an artist and as a creative, I've grown somewhat more since the first album. You know, sonically, I've become more comfortable with different tools and different elements that you know, from rapping to singing and what the sonics overall are. And more importantly, this actual project is, again, what we spoke about before, is there's definitely a focus as well on collaboration in this project. So, you know, like you've already seen, the rollout has begun. Like, I think it was just playing before in the background, actually, it was, so like with Koj Radical, you know, who we got from the UK, and then obviously with 1-4, who are hometown heroes here, but then bringing in Smokey from a production end from NZ, and then, you know, we've got Manu, and then there's, you know, like even, for example, another local from your end, you know, me and Jess B have cut a couple songs, so, you know, there's something in the works there. So yeah, man, like it's I'm really excited, and I'm super gassed about this project, and hopefully I can get out your ways, you know what I mean, come out there, spend some time as well, and really tap in and play some of this new music out there as well. So yeah, I'm really excited about this, and I feel great about this follow-up project, man. I think it's going to definitely make some noise in the region and hopefully abroad.
I love your enthusiasm, man. I love your confidence. And you're right. I think just as somebody who's been a fan of yours, you've grown
Thank
so
you.
much in just the last year, let alone if we're talking about the last couple of years. And I think that this project is going to be a real massive leap for you. I'm very excited for it. I imagine we can be expecting it sometime this year is probably a safe bet, right?
Yeah, definitely. So keep your ears peeled and eyes peeled. You know what I mean? We got something dropping in a couple of weeks as well, and then closer to that, we'll announce the title of the project, and then yeah, definitely hope to have it out by mid-year, maybe a little earlier, depending on, you know, how everything rolls out.
Brother, where can we follow you on social media? Where can we find more of your music and stay up to date with music you have dropping, bro?
Yes, sir. Everything is just all my Instagrams, all the socials is just at You Gotta Be Wise. So that's U letter U GOTTABWISE. So at You Gotta Be Wise, and then yeah, all my music is Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever it is that you use. You can just pop in Be Wise, and I'm there, man. And I hope you guys can lock in and enjoy the sounds, and let's keep it growing and pushing. You get me?
Before we let you go, brother, anything else you'd like to say before we jump into this Summer Freaks record?
Man, definitely like just shout out to everyone on that side. You know what I mean? NZ, I'm hoping to get there soon, man, and touch in and tap in. And hope you enjoy like Summer Freaks, and you guys rinse it out there. And see you soon, man.